My name is Debby Ryan, and you're watching Shine On Media.
Hola.
Hola. Are you wearing green?
Well, this is technically a shade of green. So it's been quite a while, young lady. Forever. Well, since I've interviewed you for this.
All right.
Tonight, what are you excited for? I know you've been featured in this magazine before.
Yeah, I'm excited to meet Kaylee Kuko. Bethany Joy Galeotti is like my best friend's hero. So, really? Are you a One Tree Hill person?
It's my favorite show ever.
Okay, that's my best friend's favorite show ever.
How have I never met your best?
You know what? You need to meet her because I have a feeling you guys would
She goes to OU. Yeah. That's how we already know that it'll work.
And she was so upset with me today because we took a nap after the premiere and we got up and we were gonna go and get burgers with my friend. And I was like, yo, meet me at my house in 5 minutes. And he was coming to the house. Literally, he's pulling in my driveway and I pull a hoodie on and she's like, you're not wearing that. It's my Longhorns hoodie. She's like, I'm not leaving the house with you like that. I was like, oh, watch this.
Virtual high five from across the carpet with her.
Yeah, she was so anti.
So obviously with Zooey Magazine, all these photo shoots, you do some crazy things. What's the weirdest thing you've done for a photo shoot?
It's funny because you always kind of have to look super squinty or you're really uncomfortable and angsty, you're pushing on walls. I kind of don't understand fashion at all. I understand clothes fashion, but I don't understand modeling, brooding fashion. But that being said, it's always fun to kind of get really, we always like to play characters, right? Actors are really intense that way. So I like to kind of be really intense, but I don't know, it's funny. And they do stuff. They just put sequins on giant necklaces on this, and you're like, really that? And they do it.
Give you a weird prop.
All sorts of things. But there's the teen magazines, which is you hold cupcakes and you hold balloons, and then there's the other things where you hold a shard of glass, and you're like, why am I holding that shard of glass? How do I work the glass?
Making you look tough.
Yeah, well, I'm super tough that way, so people look at me and they run the other direction. But it might mean my an awkwardness with boys. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Awkward is awesome.
Awkward.
But
the first two letters of awesome is aw, which also then starts awkward.
Look at you.
Sold it.
Nice. So big news for you this week.
Yeah.
Not only a movie, but another season. How excited were you?
Pretty stoked. Pretty excited. It's funny. It's one of those things we kind of plan on. We're like, okay, if we have a second season, it'll begin around here, which means I could do a movie here. You kind of have to plan for it. But there's nothing quite like getting that call about being congratulations. Actually, what it was I took off on a plane and I was like, I heard these news. And then I land and I get all of these Twitter replies and in New York. And I was so excited. New York was absolutely wonderful and magical. So
speaking of Twitter, you're almost to 1 million. What are you going to do when you hit 1 million?
I don't know.
I don't think you're that interesting that 1 million people should follow. No,
I'm not.
I'm just kidding. No,
My grandma likes me on Twitter.
Well, that's the main one that counts. Your grandma and your mom and your dad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they like me. You quite like me.
No.
You like me.
I've never liked you.
Please like me.
But I like you on Facebook and Twitter and whatever. But I know that you are big into writing and producing and everything. Are we ever going to see you maybe step behind the camera on Jessie, do some, write an episode or do anything?
It's funny, ever since episode 4, you know kind of how the kids are learning and who's really good at cheating out and who has a tendency to turn left. You just kind of know how to direct the kids, seeing them. And the stunts too, the gags. It's you either have to shoot the lizard in a single or you're going to be sitting there all night if you're trying to get him in a master or in a 2-shot. So kind of have to know how to direct the show to be able to even just be a good actor at it. And then part of what I do just collaboratively. So people, every time they come in, they're like, when are you directing an episode? I'm like, what? Directing? Whatever. But that would be rad. I would love to. And I do have a couple ideas as far as written things that I've submitted every once in a while. And that would be rad. What I would love to do is an original movie. I would love to have my idea, create it into a treatment, and I'm not going to tell you how much of this process has already happened, but have an idea, create it into a treatment, pitch it, get notes, come back, reformulate it, and then get it started as an original movie. I think that'd be rad.
I don't think you ever take a vacation.
What's a vacation?
Exactly. You gotta take a breather every
I just went to New York and I saw a show and
you were working still.
No, I saw a show at night. I worked 4 days and then I had the evening completely off and I went to coffee and then I saw How to Succeed and it was wonderful.
Little Nick Jonas, how do you do?
It was wonderful. He was very charming and he was actually, the entire company is very talented and he's done the run of the show. He showed us the marks on the wall. And it's Daniel Radcliffe, Darren Criss, and then Nick Jonas. He's done a lot of it and he's really good. I mean, the pace is difficult and the dialogue is difficult and he makes it seem very effortless. So I feel more than anything, more than like people being able to do rad stuff, I judge talent by how effortless someone can make it. So yeah, I think he did very well.
Would you ever do Broadway?
I would love to do Broadway. Actually, I would love to do Broadway.